Mr. Charles Chong.
Mr. Chairman, we have been building up our startup landscape in Singapore for some time now, and our drive to attract the best startup talent to Singapore is slowly paying off. At last year's Committee of Supply, MTI announced initiatives to enhance the startup scene, including the unification of government support schemes for startups under Startup SG umbrella, as well as the streamlining of the Entrepreneur scheme to allow us to attract more talent. In August, it was announced that Spring Singapore and Workforce Singapore, WSG, would set aside $2.8 million to groom the next generation of startups in supply chain and logistics and develop related talent and capabilities in small and medium enterprises. Then in November, the Monetary Authority of Singapore announced the establishment of a fintech innovative hub in the heart of the CBD, known as ATRR Fintech Hub SG. Now, this is intended to cater for the increasing number of startups in the fintech scene, and the MAS reports that we now have more than 400 fintech startups in Singapore. So there has been observable progress in what we are doing for startups. Tech startups operate in a wide range of industries and generally look at how technology can help us work smarter and more quickly. The pace in startups is normally very quick, and it is well known that the majority of startups will fail. Yet, many still enter the startup world with grand plans on how they can change people's lives for the better. Now, what is probably a sad truth of this ecosystem is that there are likely to be failed startups which actually have very good ideas. And if they had done things slightly differently, they really could have made a difference to the people's lives with their products. It is undoubtedly a tall order, but is there any way where we can help to identify and support these sorts of startups with good ideas, but which have failed for reasons other than having a poor product? For Singapore to thrive, in the startup space, and for us to attract the best startups, we need to continually keep our pencils sharp and be relentless in seeking new ways to keep Singapore front of the minds of startup founders when they're looking for places to establish their businesses. We have made progress in these endeavors, and I would like to ask the Minister if there is more in the works which will make us even more competitive and which will help us support and attract startups. Has there been any feedback on the initiatives which were announced and rolled out last year, and what is the government's assessment on the success of these initiatives to date? Thank you.